Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Bienvenidos. ¡Qué ilusión! Hay veces que dices, esto es un regalo del cielo y solo se puede decir en inglés blessed. ¿Y por qué digo blessed? Porque la invitada de hoy, Sri Preethaji, es una maestra espiritual, una persona que es inspiradora, que cuando tuve la oportunidad de acudir a su ponencia en Madrid dije, wow, me encantaría tenerla. Y hoy su equipo me ha dicho, venga, está en España, está haciendo una formación y sobre todo podemos meditar con ella. Así que voy a tener una charla con ella de media hora más o menos, espero que os guste. Vamos a hablar sobre la importancia y las claves para conseguir esa calma interior, esa oneness del que habla ella, y por supuesto luego vamos a intentar ahí pedirle, rogarle que nos haga también una meditación. Así que esto va a ser súper interesante. Sri Preethaji, hello.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. So wonderful to be with you today, Annie.
Yeah, for me too. It's a pleasure. As you said, it's a blessing, actually. So I know you come very often to Europe and especially to Spain, and I know you're having a good time.
Yes.
You do meetings, you do retreats, and people is following you. How do you feel coming over?
I just finished the Field of Awakening, the 4-day retreat in Malaga, and last night, and it has been such a beautiful experience being in Spain, and also leading that entire group towards to experience something much vaster than themselves. And it has been an incredible experience for me in Spain, and people are really looking forward to learn, to grow, to understand life, to know that there is something more to life than just what they've been experiencing.
Yeah, there are many things I would like to talk about, but I think we'll go to 3 important clues or tips we should follow to get that inner peace we're looking for. Okay. So I know you're very expert giving us different clues, but where should we start with?
I would definitely say everybody should start with bringing attention to one's inner state.
Okay.
When I say state, it means the thoughts, the emotions, the feelings, the energy internally. We live in a civilization that's so focused on the external world, your achievements, what you can show, how you can live, where you can live, how you can travel. All that has become extremely important, nothing wrong with it. But in the same time, if one is able to bring attention to one's inner state and nurture that state, then life will be beautiful. That is, you'll have, and you'll also know how to enjoy it. You will have stuff, you will have your achievements, you will have your success, but at the same time, internally, you are very peaceful and very joyful. Sri Krishnaji and I share to the world an insight. Internally, the experience is just 2. You're in one of these 2 experiences. Internally, you are experiencing stress, or you are in a beautiful state. There is no third state. Internally, there is friction, there is stress, there is sadness, irritation, all those stressful states. Or you're experiencing calm, joy, love, connection, all those beautiful states. So there are only 2 experiences that is possible: stress or beautiful.
So we should start asking ourselves, which state are we?
You begin to recognize what is the state you're living in.
Okay.
You become very numb to it, right? Like what you're doing in life, you're addressing challenges, you're addressing problems one after the other, something with the family, something with the health, something in business, something in your organization. So your entire effort is going into addressing problems which you need to address.
And we get used to it
But
also.
yeah, you're just rushing and running all the time, addressing problems, and you're only doing that. But you've not brought attention to this inner experience. So you will start with recognizing what is that inner experience you're living your life in.
Okay.
To be compassionate to oneself.
Okay.
Even if life is hard at you, to actually, with great compassion and love, if you can ask yourself, what is the state I'm living in? That would be the first step.
Okay.
And then once you recognize it, it is not about, oh, I'm feeling sad, I should be joyful. No. It's not about like, oh, I'm this, I should run away from this. Society again has showed you that, you need to run away from yourself to 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 experience a little pleasure. But that's not it, right? How long can you run away from yourself?
You will come back
Okay,
always.
yeah, you have to come back home.
Yeah.
And your home, your inner experience, you can't fight with it. Society has told you, if you are this, just tell yourself you're not that. If you are in fear, tell yourself I'm courageous. No, not to fight with it, because when you fight, it only intensifies it. I have never heard of one situation in all my life where I've fought with, somebody says I've fought with my inner state and I won over it. It doesn't. So you cannot run, you cannot fight.
You cannot hide it.
You cannot hide it.
No.
You cannot even say justify it. That is, this sadness is going to get me strong, or this sadness is there for a reason, this sadness is given to me by God. All these are explanations by which you're trying to manage.
Okay. I didn't think about that, how we try to justify this and saying it came for something, for some reason.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't think about
all that is not allowing, it's not giving you freedom.
Okay.
It allows you to manage for some time, but then it comes back again.
Okay.
So the first step, I would say, is to recognize
the state.
Your state. Is it stressful or is it beautiful?
Okay.
Is it irritation, frustration, loneliness, sadness, insecurity, bitterness, anger, or it is joy, love, connection, lot of vitality and all that. So you recognize, that would be the first step. And once you recognize it, you're not going to fight it. The tendency is to fight. Nobody has taught us what to do with our inner stress. But what you need to do is to bring very gentle, compassionate awareness to it, without trying to run, without trying to fight, without trying to justify it.
Okay.
And then very gently see that which is arising in you. And when you do this, along with a mystical activity of activating a different region of your brain, where you see a flame from your eyebrows into your brain and you see that lit, you get back to a place of calm.
You need to get ready and practice that state of observation and asking yourself and get ready to receive what comes to you, or it comes suddenly?
Whenever somebody is facing an inner disturbance, instead of running away from it, if you begin to recognize that state, and if you see the thoughts in that state without running, very gently observing, then you move into a place of calm. That observation pushes you into a place of calm, because when you observe, there is a different region in your brain that gets activated and you become very calm and peaceful. If you don't do that, the stress continues to build. It builds in your body, it builds in your brain, it numbs your heart. It is showing in your life, in your relationships. It is a constant build-up of stress. I mean, you don't attend to it unless you become very sick. You don't attend to it until you see your loved ones are moving away from you.
You go to the limit.
Yeah. But we don't want that to happen. If you can nurture that peace again and again and again in your life, without allowing stress to take over your life, then you become a joyful human being. You are nurturing a beautiful inner state. It is, you can think of it as an exercise in your brain, in your body, and in your consciousness. But I would say that is the most important thing. Because you can have the best of everything in the world, but if your inner experience is going to be poor, what use is it? Like, how would you enjoy it? You have the most beautiful person in your life, but if your inner experience is sadness or depression or anxiety or fear, it is equal to not having the other person in your life. You have wonderful children in your life, but if you're somebody who's constantly worried, who's living in fear, and who's so preoccupied with oneself, you're not being present to your children. Your children need you the most, but not just a physical presence, right? What your children need is just being there. Present, holding them, nurturing them. That is how you're nurturing your children's hearts. You're teaching them love, you're teaching them connection, you're teaching them joy, not through words. You are teaching them all this through your experience. When you are able to hold them, when you are able to be for them, when you are able to present, when you are able to notice their tears, when you are able to address their challenges from the space of connection, that is when you're a parent.
Okay.
Otherwise, you are a namesake parent.
Yeah.
You're there physically supporting, providing, taking them for holidays.
There's something missing, yeah, energetically.
Energetically, it is that.
Yep.
And that is possible when you are in calm. When you are in stress, it is not possible to bring that togetherness and joy in families. It is not possible to nurture children who can know what it is to love, what it is to be joyful. I mean, we have a pandemic in terms of young children getting into depression these days. And the source would be this, parents not being there.
It's kind of a disconnection between human beings.
Yes, yeah. So, and that happens when you become very present, when you're joyful, when you are in the moment, when you can have experiences of connection and love. Then you are that great parent. Then you are the wonderful leader. Then
I
you
was
are
thinking, yes, maybe somebody's listening to us and saying, yeah, that sounds good, but when I am really, really stressed or something bad happened to me, I ask myself what my state is. Okay, is it beautiful state? Is it stressful? Okay, I receive it, I get it in compassion, but I feel fear of what I'm going to find, and it's really complicated to get in a calm state when I am having so many problems or going through grief. So what would it be?
Grief is such a difficult thing. You know, when you are in grief, what it means is the body is going through that separation. Grief, we can see it as the body experiencing that separation. Something is happening in the body, and you need to let it out.
Okay.
You can't contain it. And in India, if you see, we have people who are talking up, who in villages of India, I think it happens even today when somebody passes away, there are people who are trained to come into the houses so that they can speak, they can sing about the dead person, get everybody into it, so that grief can get out of the system, of the body and the being.
Okay.
If it stays, then it's going to be a source of problem.
Okay.
So grief is something. Problems and challenges, everybody faces problems. And my heart really goes out to people who are like facing a severe crisis at this point. And please understand that in order to address the crisis, in order to address the problems or the severe challenges that you're facing in life, what you need to do is be extremely intelligent in acting right. So what can you do? It has happened. What should you be doing? To respond. You need to respond to that situation. You need to respond to that challenge, to that problem, intelligently. And please understand, intelligence comes, support of the universe comes when you become peaceful. So you're able to understand the paradox. You can't say, I have this problem in my life, I have this challenge in my life, and I'm going to be in fear.
Yeah.
If you can bring attention to your fear, even if you can do this serene mind practice, which is a 3-minute practice, bringing attention to your state, observing your thoughts in that state, if you can become calm without fighting, and if you are able to become calm and calm down the rush that you're experiencing because of the challenge, in that space you will feel connected to the universe, you will feel connected to God, you will feel connected, and you will receive the blessings. You will be able to find a solution. You'll be able to have that intelligence to get to the solution. Though it might feel completely dark at this moment, where you don't see a light at the end of the tunnel, believe me, if you can get to a place of calm, you would see light.
I like that because I always thought, or maybe we think about the calm is the objective. But we don't think maybe the calm is the path and the way to get healed and to get in calm.
Yes.
I mean, calm calls calm.
Yes.
So get in calm first and get ready to receive whatever it comes.
Yes,
And
you will see that you are acting so well. You will feel very nice about yourself, because in that situation, you can't do anything else other than this. And that clarity into what you're doing emerges because of your calm. And there is one principle that I want everyone to know. The state from which you're acting out in your life, that state gets reinforced with life. So if you are acting out in your life from a place of sadness, what you're opening to is creating experiences, events, situation, inviting those people into your life who will bring you more sadness. That is from a place of insecurity if you're trying to find a relationship. That relationship which you are getting into is going to create more insecurity for you. You need to find relationship by being joyful, experiencing. You need to have a heart that can experience love, connection, and togetherness. If you do not have that, you can have people, but you don't know. It is like an alien language for you.
Yeah.
That togetherness, that love, that connection is so alien for you. Even if you want it, you need to have that experience, and that's what we do. We allow people to have powerful experiences in consciousness, move into powerful states of joy, love, connection, move into those powerful, beautiful states. So all that is not alien for you.
Good.
So your body knows, your brain knows, your heart knows, every cell of your body knows, your consciousness knows those experiences. And it is to open up more and more to those experiences, along with the wisdom of what you do when you are experiencing problem. What do you do when you are in a challenging situation? Because what happens is, what we have seen people across the globe is, they get sucked into suffering. They get sucked into stressful states when there is a challenge. And thereafter that loop continues. Stressful states creating more stressful events, and then more stress, and more stress, so it goes on and on. So you need to break that loop, and you break that loop. You learn, you bring attention, you use your awareness, dissolve your stress, and you also at the meantime learn how to actually love, how to be joyful, experience connection, experience bliss of your being. And when you know that, then it is easy for you to navigate life, live life, and impact the people in your life, create. And we have seen people do this, live this life, live in a beautiful state.
Good. So we have the steps here. I don't know if you want to add any other step, but I want to ask you 3 important questions. Some of them are personal and some of them are more important. Maybe the most important one is, what are the benefits and the good effects that meditation and this real observation of oneself makes in our body and in our health?
See, when one is living life in stress, and it is just not the mind that is experiencing the stress. It is just not the thoughts that is experiencing stress. Your body is absorbing the stress.
Good.
Your organs are floating in stress chemicals. And then it's like that, building, and one fine day you are sick and you're diseased. Meditation, what it does a lot in terms of your life, in terms of your relationship, in terms of everything. But what it does to your body is, it calms it down. What it does to your body is, there is a connection between the trillion cells of your body that is established. Remember, disease is where there is no connection in the cells. That each cell is trying to behave independently. There's no system that is coming together. That is when disease sets in. But meditation calms your entire body, your nervous system, your cells in your body, allowing for great connection and communication between the cells. It is like clearing the toxins of your body. It is like, when you do the meditation, it is like the cerebrospinal fluid going up the brain and cleansing those toxins. All that happens in different meditations. So it is creating, it is like stopping you from getting into stress, so that your body also can get into a place of calm and connection, creating health.
Okay. What about relation between mind and heart? Is there any connection?
Absolutely. If you look at your mind, and if you take a microscope and observe your thinking in stress, in anxiety, in fear, It is a state where you are totally preoccupied with oneself. Even if you're thinking about your stress for somebody else, but stress in itself, it is thinking about oneself. Why is it happening to my children? Or why is it happening to my life? Or why is it happening to my loved ones? It is a state where you are totally in, it is about I and my and all the time. And as one lives in stressful states, if everybody who's listening to this can observe, as you are living in stressful states, you're numbing your heart. The time that's spent in stress, it is a state of total disconnection. That is, there is no experience of love, connection. See, we are human beings. Where we experience life is in that experience of togetherness, in that connection, where you feel expanded, where you're able to include. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen in stress. Like you move into stress because of something happening in your workspace. You actually observe your life in one, you're trying to solve your financial problems or problems in workspace. You would have seen that you would have distanced yourself from your loved ones.
Yeah.
So stress is something that is destroying your body for sure. It is something that is numbing your heart, not allowing you to experience connection. And it also, you ask these questions, what am I doing with my life? Is there a greater purpose? Is there a greater meaning? Especially, because that experience is gone.
What about breathing?
Breathing, yes. Your mind, your body, and your consciousness, all three are connected. So you impact one side, you impact the other side. So when you're stressed, how do you breathe?
I don't even breathe. I think I just content, and that affects my body.
Yes, absolutely.
No?
Yeah, you're very fast. And what happens is you're just only breathing, if your lungs are this big, you're breathing only this much. And so what does this mean? You're breathing in and breathing out, breathing in,
No
only
expansion,
this much.
no?
No
Yeah.
expansion. All the toxins are collecting here. Because you're not breathing out completely all the toxins. Breath is such a powerful tool to take out the toxins. So when I say the mind, the body, or the breath and consciousness are connected, when you're stressed, your breath is fast.
Yeah.
And your consciousness is very limited. It's only me. So that's why we impact all. We impact consciousness through powerful transfers of states. We impact the mind through awareness. We impact breath through breathing. We impact all three sides in order to experience the great joy, connection, healing, love, all that.
Let's go to a very personal question,
Yes.
but I think it's good to know also
Yes.
your figure. I guess, and I think sometimes when I have to interview somebody, I say, my God, what a responsibility she or they might have when there's people listening to them, and I know you feel like you're saying and doing whatever comes to you with all your love, and grateful for the community you're creating, and in where I feel like also following you. How do you manage that, to feel that you are carrying and saying and giving messages to the world? That would be one, together with the figure of women in India. I heard last week they are talking aloud, and they are saying, hey, listen, we are here.
We're here, yes.
Powerful and wise women. And finally, let's introduce all this into that, what's happening in the world, and how you feel, what we can do as human beings to be more responsible and to give love, and don't get kind of frustration when we see the news and we say, oh my God, what shall I do? I'm putting all my intention and trying to be calm, and I practice this, but sometimes I can't. I'm too tired of filling up that energy, confused. So there are 3 questions for you all together.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the first part of the question, when I see a room full of people, experiencing those powerful states, looking at their lives in a totally different light, moving into awareness, able to dissolve suffering, able to get out of their stress, not something that they're experiencing because of the situation also. Something stressful is happening, but something, we hear stories of how they have lived that life for many decades, or how they've lived that life through many generations. And to allow them to experience freedom and liberation through all that has been weighing on them, even just the last few days, to allow that entire group of people to move into such explosion and freedom and love and joy, that is what is making me do what am I doing. So it is kind of touching lives And when I see the room, I don't even see it as individuals. I see, like, through this individual, how many lives can be changed, how many lives can be impacted. And I don't even see it as one generation. I see that through this one generation, how many generations can be filled with love, connection, and joy. Because what we're experiencing, what we're seeing, is what has passed on from the past, right? So when people do experience such powerful liberation, becoming free of that which has tied their being, their consciousness for many generations through the family, and to get freedom, and to see their joy and see their lives change, see their impact change on their loved ones and whomever they're touching. That keeps me going.
And you keep yourself training and reading and preparing yourself also to be...
I keep training myself to connect more to people, to see where they come from, what they need, how they would respond.
To be present.
To be present. Like, what would be the experience that could actually give them a relief? Not a relief. What would be that experience that will actually give them that freedom? Yeah. All that is my thinking, my homework, and which I continue to do. Me and Sri Krishnaji, both of us continue to do every day of our lives.
Beautiful team, by the way. Congratulations.
Yes.
You make a great team together.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And the second part of the question is, see, women are more than 50% or 50% of humanity's population, and we need to respect women. And how would you even expect that the future generations are going to be fine if half the population is not treated well in humanity and in justice? We cannot create a beautiful world if we do not learn to respect women for who she is. And I wouldn't say she is less or more. She's just different.
Yeah.
She's very different, comes with her power, comes with her incredible being that she is. And it is important that everyone learns to respect a woman, give her what she needs if you want to create a beautiful world. The third part of the question is, yes, we have a lot weighing down on us. And, the last 4 years have been like seeing so many, so many things that we have not seen probably the last 40 years.
Yeah.
So, but one person at a time. If you can get to calm, what we say is, what we are seeing in terms as conflict, as violence, as crisis, is because people have lost the ability to connect, to live peacefully together, to experience as a community, as a nation. That thing is gone. It has become more I. And as long as it's the stress and the I and everything, you would see these manifest. It's not because, just like that, it's not happening. It's like scores of people living in I, and not in we and us. And it's resulting in all this. When more and more people learn to live in calm, we would see that the world becomes a beautiful place. And do not postpone your calm, your peace, waiting for something to happen in the world. Please know that your calm and your peace is the contribution you're making to world peace.
Yeah, I like that oneness you talk about.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Sri Preethaji, for everything, for your talk, for coming over, and congratulations for your commitment to so many people really looking forward for that with happiness and with joy and with gratefulness, that saying, okay, we're doing this together, and I need you, you need me, we're all one.
Absolutely. So, and congratulations to you for what you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate so much. And I think we have a meditation now, so we're going to cut in here.
Absolutely.
And we're going to do the meditation and have a good stay in Spain, good trip back wherever you are.
Sure.
And we'll follow you.
Thank you so
much.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.